What's up everyone? Welcome to USA Daily News. Pentagon just released the awesome thing Trump has planned during the military parade. Hell yeah. From dailybehind.com. In a memo that just surfaced from the Pentagon to the Joint Chiefs Staff on Friday, plans for President Donald Trump's controversial military parade in Washington, D.C. have been revealed, signed by Navy Captain Halok Mohler, Executive Secretary for the Office of the Secretary of Defense, offers confirmation that the parade would take place on November 11, 2018, in celebration of Valentine's Day. President Trump has publicly discussed a parade to show off military strength since he paid a visit to Paris last July and observed the French Bastille Day parade, including military vehicles and flyovers. He was a guest of French President Emmanuel Macron at the event and was impressed by the display with French troops who marched through the streets along with military tanks and other military vehicles. President Trump stated of the event at the time, "It was one of the greatest parades I have ever seen. It was 2 hours on the baton and it was military might. And I think a tremendous thing for France and for the spirit of France. We are going to have to try to top it," said Trump. Despite the ridiculous rallying cries of the left, the memo reveals that no tanks would be included in the celebration honoring American military men and women. Only wheeled vehicles are called for since including tanks would likely to damage to roads and perhaps other pieces of infrastructure in Washington D.C., where the parade will be held. The memo reads, "Consideration must be given to minimize damage to local infrastructure to minimize damage and impact." The memo also details guidance for the parade, calling for a heavy air component as a final to include order aircraft as available. In addition, the memo calls for period military uniforms and pageantry with the Army's Old Guard, Fife and Drum Corps to make an appearance. It tasks the Joint Staff to plan the parade and the U.S. Northern Command to execute it. The parade also plans to highlight the evolution of women and their service to the military from World War II to current present day. CNN breathlessly reported on the memo, stating, "While the memo does not specify which aircraft will make up the aviation element, the instruction to seek out older aircraft may be a cost mitigating measure. It has been estimated that a major military parade would cost anywhere from $10 to $30 million. The last such parade organized at the end of the Gulf War cost roughly $12 million. Critics of President Trump and his administration have repeatedly slammed the idea. Despite such military parades being conducted in the past, former State Department Press Secretary and retired Navy Rear Admiral John Kirby called it a tremendously bad idea, claiming, "This is not about showcasing our military. This is about the president showing off. This is all about his ego," he said on CNN's New Day. Trump told Fox News that, "We'll see if we can do it at a reasonable cost, and if we cannot, we will not do it. But the generals would love to do it. I can tell you, and so would I. I think it is great for our country in terms of being a cheerleader and the spirit." Defense Secretary Jim Mattis said February 7 of President Trump's intentions. "I think we are all aware in his country of the president's affection and respect for the military. We have been putting together some options. We will send them up to the White House for decision." Despite the left touting President Trump's and as the second coming of Adolf Hitler, the intentional memo clearly reveals the plans for the parade to focus on the contributions of Americans veterans since the founding of the United States, going all the way back to the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812. The event will also place an emphasis on the price of freedom. Okay guys, thanks to everyone. Subscribe our channel for the all new upcoming news.